Wow, this is amazing. Vince McMahon announcing the XFL in 2020, as we expected. Look at the set that Vince is standing on right now. This is got to be the funniest set.
Would you have fewer commercial breaks? Would the game of football be faster? Would the rules be simpler? The new XFL will be fan-centric with all the things you like to see and less of the things you don't. And no doubt, a lot of innovations along the way. We will present a shorter, faster-paced, family-friendly, and easier-to-understand game. Don't get me wrong, it's still football, but it's professional football reimagined. Since we're launching in 2020, we have 2 years, which is plenty of time to really get it right. We intend to start conservatively with 8 teams.
Wow, this is amazing.
Rosters, a 10-game regular season.
Please be a Boston team.
Postseason featuring 2 semifinals and, of course, a championship game. Now, what about the players? As you know, there's a wealth of talented players that we can draw from, but in the XFL, the quality of the human being is going to be as important as the quality of the player. Our approach to presenting games will be multi-platform, which will allow us to engage fans and customize the viewing experience in ways that were never imaginable just a few years ago. You'll be able to watch the XFL.
Listening to Vince right now.
Mobile devices and everything in between. Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate your interest, and if you have any ideas,
Wow.
please send them along our way because we are listening. The new XFL will be it'll be a game that's reimagined. Reimagine the game of professional football. I'm sure you want to get to some questions, so fire away.
As a reminder, it is star 1 to ask any questions. We'll take our
Well, he's going to take questions right now. Vince McMahon is now taking questions.
Vince, I guess the big question now is, why do you believe now is the right time to bring back the NXT?
They're asking him why he believes now is the time to do this.
Is America's favorite sport. There's 7 months of no football on the gridiron, and
23,000 people watching this press conference right now.
now is a perfect opportunity. Have all
You guys can watch this streaming on the Alpha Entertainment YouTube page, and we'll talk about it here in a second. I'll open up the phone lines for you guys.
Hi, Vince. Talk a little about your media plans. Will you be...
He just got to ask where the XFL is going to be, on his network or where. He didn't really give an answer, though. Vince saying there's interest, but there's no TV deal yet, of course. This is Vince just saying there's interest.
affect your day-to-day control of creative decisions in WWE.
it won't affect it at all.
Being asked if this would affect WWE, he says it won't affect WWE at all.
Yes, I'll continue to be the CEO and chairman of the board of WWE.
Vince will still be the chairman and the CEO of WWE.
Opportunity do you see it be available similar to the XFL 2001 for WWE talent, broadcasters, wrestlers to cross over between brands?
Thank you for asking. There will be no crossover whatsoever in terms of talent or anything like that from WWE to the US.
No crossover of the brands and things like that. He says they want to keep it completely separate, which was an issue last time when they did this before.
Hey, how are you? I guess the question I have is, what is your role?
Still listening to Vince.
Being out in front. Obviously, you had a presence in 2001. What will people see? What do you expect people to see of you during games and during your content?
Quite frankly, this may be the last you see of me in terms of being out front. I don't intend to be out in front. We're going to hire people who really know what they're doing, experienced executives who will be out in front. It won't be me.
Vince is saying that he will not be the one in the forefront of this. He will hire other people to control and run this product of XFL. It won't be Vince doing it like many of us thought maybe he would do.
That the NFL's had seen played a role in your thinking about launching this now?
No, I've always wanted to relaunch and have this plan for some time.
Vince just saying that he's had this plan for a long time. This isn't because of the new...
Quite frankly, $100 million to start with is a little too rich for WB as far as investment's concerned.
It was $100 million to start. That's why he talks about why he sold his own personal stock to invest in this company.
Hey, Vince. Hi. I assume this will be sort of the same time frame you mentioned out of season. I assume a spring league with a similar time frame as the original XFL.
Well, it won't be a spring league. It'll start end of January, early February, and play through. Not exactly a spring league.
Vince saying that the league will start, the start time of the league will be about February. January or February, not a spring or summer league like some people thought maybe full of summer league.
Hi, thanks for doing this. In terms of the ownership model, will it be franchised or will the league own all 8 teams?
This set's amazing.
What cities will be involved?
It'll be single entity. We're not going to have the franchise model, and we're way away from announcing cities. There's going to be a lot of research and what have
It will be a single entity, not franchises, and they have not decided on the cities yet, Vince says, for which cities will represent, which will have football teams.
Hey, Vince. I wanted to ask,
Boston, Chicago, New York
analysis and research has been a big part of expanding the WWE.
come to mind for me, but
Explain a little bit about the research backing demand for the XFL.
well, yes, I'm not going to make reference to any research as relates to WWE. Again, it's a separate entity. And we'll get into the research and what have you going forward, and we have done a lot of it thus far, and with more to come in terms of putting all this together.
Thank you.
how do I call Vince? How do I call Vince and ask Vince a question? Come on.
Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Vince. Hey, so my question is about concussions and CTE.
This person's asking a question about concussions and injury.
Right now, and also is getting attention among fans and the general public. Do you have any plans or specific ideas about how you're going to
Player safety question.
The game of football means you're reimagining it on all levels, as well as safety, and that's what we'll do. And to make this a safe environment, as safe as possible, it's still football, but to make it as safe as possible.
Basically a generic answer.
specific measures
We'll make it safe.
you can say?
No, not anything specific.
I don't know how much more safer you could be than the NFL, to be honest.
Help us
Or how you could enhance play
as I mentioned
and be safer.
in my remarks, listening. We're going to listen to those medical experts and heed their advice, again, to make it as safe as possible.
I'll take our next question from Tom Krasovic with the San Diego Union Tribune.
More questions coming in for Vince. I'm just trying to sit back and listen.
Support this in any way, even
Will President Trump support the XFL is the question.
with statements? And can you speak to San Diego as a potential market?
I have no idea whether or not President Trump will support this, and let
Vince.
an opportunity for me to say that as far as our league is concerned, it'll have nothing to do with politics. Absolutely nothing, and nothing to do with social issues either. We're there to play football. We want really
Vince is talking about the political issues, says the XFL will have nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with political issues, nothing to do with social issues.
political issues and things of that nature. They want good football. That's what we're going to deliver.
He just wants to deliver good football. That's the question.
Potential market?
We don't know yet.
This sounds like they're at the very infancy of everything. That he's asking questions. He wants to find out what the people want over the next 2 years while they build this. They have no interest from TV. They have interest from television, but they don't know. They don't have a platform picked yet for where this could exist.
Okay, let's go to Richard.
Vince, why are you not concerned with there being oversaturation of football as a product
They're asking if he's not. Why is he not concerned with oversaturation of football?
Well, again, I think there's 7 months in which there is no football on the gridiron.
Vince has given us the explanation that there's just 7 months off of no football. There's got to be something there for football.
Fan-centric game. It will be faster, and it'll just be a better football game than what everyone else is accustomed to. So I think we're going to make our own demand.
He says they'll make their own demand for the football league, and just with the 7 months off, I get that too, man. There's a lot of time where there's no football.
Heather, I think we tried that before. How are you going to keep players? You talked a little bit about keeping politics out of this game. Are you going to suspend players if they have political opinions? Is there going to be no free speech?
Well, I think this.
Someone just asked them, so there's going to be no free speech if players have opinions? This is a tough question, this one.
Booklet, there'll be whatever it is we can do to make sure that all the players understand the rules, as well as everyone else. We intend for everyone to abide by those rules as far as the national anthem is concerned, which may be where you're going now. I think this, the national anthem is a time-honored tradition that's played to this day and many, many years in the past prior to most athletic events. And
It's talking about the national anthem.
and other countries. So whatever our rules are is what everyone will abide by. There's plenty of opportunity and plenty of ways in which players, coaches, members of the media can express yourselves in terms of your own personal views as far as social aspects are concerned, whether or not it's Twitter or Facebook or whatever. But again, we're here to play football. When we come onto the field, we're here to play.
He's basically saying the players can have whatever opinions on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever they say, whenever they say it, whatever their opinions are, fine, that's great. But when they come onto the field, it will be all about football and nothing else. So he would not obviously allow the kneeling and other things like that, according to this.
Maybe don't have existing NFL franchises, so facilities are available?
That's not necessarily one of the criteria. I think that we're going to go where fans want us to go, wherever there's more interest. And, of course, there are a lot of other factors, Roger, in terms
I put the link to the video if you guys want to listen or watch the video while we're talking here on YouTube. I put the link just now in the chat for you guys.
Our next question from John Shumley with KDKA TV Pittsburgh.
Hello, John.
Vince, let me follow up on the previous question, and that is facilities. Are you going to be targeting places that already have existing NFL-type facilities, i.e. NFL cities?
Without a doubt. You want to play football where football is played, in stadiums. There may be a situation where we may play a baseball stadium or something like that if the football stadium is not available in that market.
They're asking about where they would play the football.
Is to play most specifically where a lot of the other NFL
And Vince is saying obviously it makes sense to play where the other NFL teams are with the need of a stadium.
every city, I love Pittsburgh, but every city.
Every city's on the radar, says Vince, and they'll figure it out. They don't know yet, obviously.
As a reminder, star one for any questions. We'll take our next question from John Healy with the New York Daily News.
Hello, John.
Hi, Vince. You said you want to make the game safe, but you also want to make it faster. Is this an attempt to try and bring back any bigger hits? I mean, how are you going to make that possible if it's going to be a faster game?
Well, again, I think that there may not be a halftime for one example. I think that
Vince talking about there may not be a halftime. One of the ways to make the game go by faster.
sitting and watching a 3.5 hour game is laborious sometimes. Sometimes it's not, depending upon the quality of the play. But we intend to have a much faster game. We're going to try to get to 2 hours. That's our goal. And
Vince saying the goal of the league would be to have 2-hour games
take up a lot of their
to get to the 2-hour mark. What's up to everybody in the chat? If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. Don't miss out on the daily wrestling videos and all the news.
Hey, Steve.
We'll probably talk a lot about this on Corrupted's channel as well.
The XFL was in the headlines last year when the ESPN documentary came.
Yeah, this guy's bringing up the ESPN documentary that recently happened. A year later now, the XFL being announced.
No, we've been thinking about doing the XFL.
But Vince again has been saying that they've been thinking about this. This isn't new. It's not because of the ESPN thing.
Capturing the interest and the appreciation for each other that Dick Ebersol and I have.
It's true. The 7 months do get you excited for the new football. I see that in the chat, and that is true.
And the old XFL.
So you're right. It would be a slight, like you said, oversaturation, but
Giving it a different name this time around.
I think it would. I always thought it would do well.
We did, but we kept coming back to the equity of the XFL from a marketing
This guy just asked Vince if they ever thought about changing the name of the league this time, And Vince just said they just kept coming back to the XFL based on the equity and the name and whatever else. What's up, Frank? What's up, guys? Just listening to Vince here. I'll relay this back to you guys if you're not watching it live. Vince says there will be no WWE crossover. Michael Cole and all the announcers, they're not coming to the XFL.
ShiBUM.
The XFL will be separate.
Roman Reigns will be signed and he'll be pushed to the top of the XFL.
Trey says, except for Roman Reigns will show up according to Trey. Trey, thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate that, Trey.
Traditional platforms as well as digital and what have you. So there are many options that are available to us that weren't before. And again, by simplifying the rules, I think it makes it certainly it makes the XFL more global friendly environment.
Vince has mentioned several times in this that about simplifying football rules, trying to make it easier for everybody to understand and get into internationally and maybe locally too.
One's just a clarification. My first question is, will you allow nicknames on the back of jerseys again?
This is another question about nicknames on the back of the jersey.
You mentioned the national anthem thing. Just to clarify, will it be in the rules that the players must stand for the national anthem?
Well, first question, I'm not sure about the individuality of the He Hate Me. We're not there yet. But it's amazing that people remember that. Rod Smart, the player at He Hate Me, that was extraordinary.
Vince talking about He Hate Me.
Again, we're going to listen to football experts. We're going to listen to what the audience, what fans want.
It sounds like Vince really wants to get an idea what people want first, but it sounds like they probably will do the player names again on the back. Players can put whatever they want on the back of their jerseys.
As far as the national anthem is concerned, I think again it's a time-honored tradition to stand.
Vince is being directly asked about the national anthem now, and I think Vince is making it fairly clear that at this point you're going to stand for the national anthem in the XFL. And that's the point that Vince is making. Everybody's going to have to do it.
Question from Ryan Woolley with News Radio 950.
Hello, Ryan.
Back to pass. He drops the ball. It's a fumble. Still listening. He's wondering about the broadcast team. They're asking about that right now.
I think there's interest with everyone. There's interest in traditional networks. There's interest, in a lot of areas. And again, you can have a different feed, a different customized feed.
He hate me, baby. And you know what? Even Vince mentioned Rod's name and everything. He knew Vince knows all about it and smiled when it came to it. Said it's amazing people still remember it. So that's something that's got to tell Vince that that's a good idea. You want to call yourself Jolly Rancher Face, you can do it.
I think it makes it far more interesting.
He didn't say you could yet. They're still working on it, and they'll make a decision later. But he's got a little smile. I think he wants to do it.
I think everything would be all new. But if there's something from the past you want to bring forward, we're not constrained.
He's really looking for feedback from the people. At this point, it looks like.
We're reimagining the XFL as well.
I'll take our next question from Jimmy Traina from SI.com.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, Vince.
I hope they do the coin flip the same way.
Any invite speaks to players like Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, Colin Kaepernick?
Well, I think this, that one of the things when I said the quality of human being is very important and just as important as the quality of the player, what I mean by that is you want someone who does not have any criminality whatsoever associated with them.
He's talking about the players that could play, and basically it looks like the one thing that they wouldn't be supporting is anybody that has criminal backgrounds. Probably be very similar to how WWE is.
Eliminate some of them, not all of them. If Tim Tebow wants to play, he could very well play.
Thanks.
Vince awkwardly staring there while they wait for the next caller.
Take our next question from Rob Wooler with AFP.
Rob?
Super Chat Party.
No chance. No chance in the XFL. No chance.
Yes.
Vince is like, come on, man. Hey, man of 1,005 volts, thank you. Thank you, man of 1,005 volts. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate that. What's up, Lori? Thank you very much.
Again, I think anyone who plays the game of football well and meets our criteria in terms of the quality of human being as well as the player, why not? As long as everyone abides by the rules as laid down.
And just to follow up on those rules, just want to be absolutely clear I understood you correctly. You're saying it would be mandatory for players to stand.
They were really obsessed with the standing for the national anthem. Like so many, that's what clearly all the reporters want to get, because they know that that will be a story if they can say Vince says they will kneel and all these things. They've tried to get him on the Trump stuff too, because that would be the two things that would be like the lightning rod for the story for the XFL launch, I think, which would be a mistake, I think, because it would turn off a lot of the left side people. Although it would erect the right side, but we'll find out. Somebody already asked this. Vince said there would be no crossover from WWE, so there will not be. So there's no crossover, Vince is saying. There won't be a Michael Cole on the XFL. But here's Joe Cronin. I don't work for the WWE. Let's go. Let's bring it on. Call a touchdown.
An integral part of the XFL is Vince McMahon, and you've been underestimated since day one, selling paper goods before the Capital Wrestling, then was World Wrestling Federation.
Well, there's a mark on the phone right now, I'll tell you that.
As a competitor, can you kind of walk us through what drives you about this process? I think sometimes, obviously, we're interested in the football, and we want to invest in that. I think so much of the importance is the man running it.
No, Vince said earlier that he will not be leaving the WWE. He won't even be the one in charge of this. He will be funding it and owning it, but he will put people in place to run it. And he just said it again, I'm going to hire professionals who really know what they're doing, he says. Vince says, I will not be out front. He said that multiple times in this, so Vince will not be out front. He'll be in the WWE still. He's not going anywhere. That dream that anybody had of Triple H and whatever taking over and Vince is going to go off to the XFL, not happening. Already clarified it multiple times here in this press conference.
No. And my last question, thank you. Someone once called the NFL the no-fun league. Will there be specific differences on the field between the XFL and NFL?
I think there'll be a lot of differences, and again, the biggest difference is what the audience, what football fans want. We're going to do everything possible to give them what they want.
Really talking about how the fan, what they want to do, what the fans want, which is what he keeps stressing over and over.
And we're going to be asking a lot more questions and listening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us.
And that's it. That's the press conference. It's over. I've got pretty much everything I said is everything he said. Wow. Oh, there it is. Press conference over. That was very, you know, Vince McMahon looking like Snoke in Star Wars Last Jedi on this set. This bizarre virtual set that he stood on while delivering this news today. Amazing. So let's get into this a little bit for a few minutes here. I've got a few more minutes left. You guys want to ask questions, throw some questions in the chat. You guys want to super chat, super chat. You want to donate, donate. You want to call, I'll take phone calls. This is big stuff. What, Leah?
That music at the end sounded like the beat from Roman Reigns' song.
Oh, really? I thought it sounded like something else. I don't think that song sounded like Roman Reigns. It sounded like a ripoff of the NFL's theme.
It sounded like the beat from Roman Reigns' song.
Dick Duke. Dick Duke. Dick Duke. Yeah, I guess it kind of does, huh? Dick Duke. Dick Duke. Dick Duke. Dick Duke. Dick Duke. Dick Duke. I don't know. But anyway, that was Vince McMahon saying that he will not be at the forefront of this, that he funded it. He thinks the 7 months off, once again, leads people thirsty for football. This will be a much more funner league. The games will go by faster. There will be fantasy sports involved now. They decided to keep the name XFL just because they thought it was more marketable and it had the value already. They just kept coming back to it while trying to think of other names. The players will have to kneel. There will be no personal, social, anything promoted at these games other than football being played. Players are free to say whatever they want on social media. I would suppose that's not fully true, because if you say something really messed up, you know, I think he really wants to separate football. If some guy goes on Twitter and says, hey, I hope everybody dies or whatever, I don't know if they're going to punish that person. I don't know if they would say, well, that's his life, whatever. We're a football league. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they could ignore something like that. But he sort of tried to stress those are the good things, is, you know, do whatever you want. Unless you're a criminal. If you're a criminal, you won't play. You know, we're not going to have criminals, you know, in the XFL. I think some of the guys that were in the XFL originally might have been borderline, but it's not going to be that way this time in the XFL. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below. Don't miss out on my daily wrestling videos, my news videos, everything wrestling here on the Joe Cronin Show. However, if you want non-wrestling stuff, head over to my other channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. Vince also saying there will be no crossover of WWE officials, so it will be only XFL officials only that they hire. They're not going to start bringing in Michael Cole to do the announcing and Booker T to do the color commentary or something like that in the XFL. It will be strictly people in the XFL. And also Vince has again said that he would not be in charge of this thing. He would own it. And yeah, essentially he would be putting the people in charge to run the thing, but he would not be at the forefront of it all, how he was the last time during the XFL there. He also said that they're listening to you guys and to the football fans what they want from football. And they're going to take it into consideration. Again, he said we have 2 years. We have 2 years until this launches. So they're going to listen to everything that people have to say about this and take all the input and put it into the production and the creativity of this XFL product that they do not have a TV deal for. They have no affiliation with NBC or ABC or CBS or anybody yet. This is all, there's interest, Vince says. I assume they have the correct interest because they wouldn't even be doing this if they didn't have some sort of interest from somebody. So Vince saying there is interest. Now, he also didn't rule out the possibility of it being on the network. They said, what about your network and the WWE network? And he said, possibility, but, you know, there's interest from networks. So, I don't know what that means. And I don't know if maybe the WWE should have just launched a sports network altogether at this point. You know, don't you guys wonder about that? If you could have launched Alpha Sports Network and, you know, the WWE network would be there, this XFL could be there, and also Vince could launch an MMA company. I really believe that the WWE should have launched an MMA company or some kind of MMA deal of some sort. You know, all you have to have is one little arena, like a TNA arena, and hold fights there, you know? And he could really create his own crazy deal here. Vienna Sausage from New York says, hey, Vince, does size matter? Because I'd like to apply. Oh, God. Oh, God. ShiBUM.
The Cowboys should join the league. They can actually go to the playoffs if they have one, lol.
Jeremy dropping $5 in a $5 ShiBUM donation. The Cowboys should join the league. They can actually go to the playoffs. Oh, man. Jeremy, thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 bum. Appreciate that. Yeah, the Cowboys could benefit. The Browns are really who need to go there, right? I mean, the Browns really need to go there. Titus in the chat, will they do their version of the coin flip? He didn't answer that. I assume that they will because all the fans love that. Everybody loves that. And they want to do what you guys want. So I assume, yes, that would be
Hey,
bad.
Vince, does size matter? Because I'd like to apply.
Oh, man. JD, I'm sorry about your privates. XFC is coming 2050, says CM Omega in the chat. Yeah, why not the XFC, you know? The WWE, the XFC, the XFL, all on the Alpha Sports Network. It would sound great, wouldn't it? It'd have a great ring to it. The Alpha Sports Network. You know, the Alpha app, you know, like all this stuff. And like, you know what I mean, where real sports fans go. You know, it's just all the time. There's WWE entertainment. Oh, my 2-year-old just came in here and threw a football at me. Hey, throw me the football again. He comes in, throws me a football on cue. It's like he's ready to go. He's ready for the XFL. My son's ready for the XFL. Vince, if you're looking for the commentary, here it is right here, brother. Let's call these plays. Let's call these touchdowns. It's the XFL. Let's do this, Vince. Everybody can spam Vince McMahon about hiring Joe Cronin on commentary. Go ahead. I know you're going to do it anyway. What about basketball league from Vince? Nobody wants to see basketball league. But thank you. Here's the football that I'm being thrown. Go deep. Way deep. Way. Run. Go deep. She's back to the 50-yard line. Here comes the pass. And she ducks, and the ball bounces off the floor. Okay, so I'm thinking, guys, I'm already going to call it right now. I'm already going to call it. I'm already going to call it. As a New England Patriots fan, I'm already going to call it. The New England Patriots are this good. That's right. That's right. We're announcing it right here on the Joe Cronin Show. We are announcing the new XFL team for New England. That's right. The Tom Bradys. That's right. We're going to have the Tom Bradys in Boston. It's going to be amazing. That or Patriots 2. I don't know. It will either be Patriots 2 or the Tom Bradys. I don't know which one, but it'll be one of those teams. You guys let me know what you think the new Patriots for the XFL should be called. The Patriots or 2 or the Tom Bradys. I don't know which one you want. Which one do you guys think? That or maybe like I don't know. Just I don't know what else to call them. The Deflators. That'd be a good one. Tell Leah to go deep, Joe. What? What does that mean? Oh, go deep, Leah. Leah, go deep. All the kids, everybody in my house is sick, so nobody wants to go anything. I just saw Joe attack a child with a weapon. I don't think so. I threw a football. Is he okay? Hey, don't eat that apple. My kid's choking on an apple. I think we should call the New England team the Patriots 2. That'd be funny to me. And then it'd be TOO. It's spelled wrong. It's not TWO. It'd just be the Patriots 2. All right, I'm doing a show. I can't do this anymore. I'm all done. Would you announce the XFL Boston team if you got an offer? Of course I would. What the hell? Why wouldn't? Of course. You wouldn't even have to pay me that much to do it. You know? New England. Yeah, they could call them that. Hot air. That'd be good. There'd be a lot of ShiBUM. A lot of good names that I think.
Yo, Joe, was a brother. About time I shown some love, cause you in a long list of others have done the same for me. And with that said, always remember Ray Rock loves ya. By the way, XFL not a great idea, just saying.
Ray Rock, thanks for the $5. Ray Rock, I think my opinion on this, and we heard a lot of facts from Vince just now. We heard a lot of stuff from Vince McMahon just now. It's like processing this. It's weird. They didn't drop a bombshell like I thought we might get. We didn't get a bombshell today with this news, but we also didn't get nothing. We got some pretty interesting information. And Ray Rock, thanks, man. And I'm glad you're doing better after the accident and stuff. So, love you, Ray Rock. Appreciate that. Oh no, Boston is not racist because here in Boston, everybody here voted for Obama. So, nice try. I know it's an old joke to say that, but nope, we voted for Obama here. Most of the state voted against Trump. Nice try. I think it was Texas that voted for Bush. So if you want to say somebody's racist, you should probably look at Alabama or one of those southern states first. Sorry, we're not really racist. ShiBUM. We are assholes,
Can
though.
you imagine Booker T doing commentary in the XFL? Lemon tell you something, that black motherfucker ran 47 yards for that touchdown. This is WHU. The XFL is good.
Let me tell you, did you see that touchdown? Oh my goodness, Vince McMahon.
Well, Booker, he really ran that ball in there and scored a touchdown. He's got 7 touchdowns this year, Booker. I'll tell you, I've never seen a guy with that type of speed.
Well, let me tell you something, Vince. It really was amazing.
Yeah, can you imagine the announcing? That'd be so terrible. JD Venom, thank you for the $5, JD. I appreciate that. Vienna Sausage, thanks for subbing to the channel. Thank you as well. Appreciate the support. Yes. Tommy should join the XFL. Yes, Tommy could be the water boy in the XFL. Imagine having him on the sidelines distributing water to some of the players. That'd be entertainment. You mic him up and everything, and just have all the players who insult him and grab all the insults, and then at the end of the game, they play all the players insulting him. Like one guy slaps the cup of water out of his hands. It'd be quite amazing, I think. Hit that sub button down below if you ever knew. Also, we hit that thumbs up. We get to 180 likes. Vince McMahon saying, that they're really looking into all this stuff. They're going to figure it out. They're going to do
I
a lot of
wonder
research.
if WWE superstars will play in XFL.
No, Pavey. As Vince McMahon said, there will be no crossover. There won't be crossover. There won't be WWE wrestlers going to the XFL. There won't be WWE announcers going there. Nothing like that. There will be separate entities owned by Vince McMahon, run not by Vince McMahon. So Vince McMahon won't even run the XFL. Pavey, thank you, man. But yeah, so Vince saying that, you know, he won't be out there running this thing. You know what I mean? He's going to be there, but owning it and sort of setting up the pieces. But Vince won't be the guy, you know, running the whole deal. Everyday Life, thanks for the sub. Wow, good throw, Finn. Let's see. Let's take a phone call because people are calling. 664 is on the phone. What's up, 664?
Hi, this is Braden. I just wanted to get your opinion on who do you think what cities might be having an XFL team?
Okay, yeah. So Vince didn't say, but I would say, I think it'd be the major ones. You know, to be honest, I think last time it was different. I would think that the Carolina would get a team, but it would be all Carolina. It wouldn't be South and North. So maybe somewhere like Carolinas, possibly them, possibly Florida. I think Boston should get one, or New England. We should get something over here. I think New York will definitely get one, if not two teams. You know, maybe something in the Midwest.
ShiBUM? The best Tommy could hope to be is Piss Boy.
Yeah, Tommy could be Piss Boy. Thank you, Brett the Shipman Far, for the $5, Brett. Appreciate that. Thanks for the $5. Yeah, Tommy could. Well, that's poor Tommy. He's probably crying right now listening. That's terrible. But no, you know, maybe obviously West Coast team. There's got to be a West Coast team, right? So maybe California. Depending on, I don't know what the location would be the best that's over there. Vince also saying, as far as it relates to cities, that obviously he'd want to go where the stadiums are right now. So they're going to look at places that obviously, the cities that already exist are the ones that are on the map to be involved in this. 972, what's up?
Am I on the show?
Hey, what's up, 972? You're live. What's up? Yeah, you're live. What's going on?
Oh yeah, man. It's cause I don't know why he should just, cause ever since he started wrestling, you know, he should be the one to just take over, cause all the other people, they just help him on the side, but he needs to stay on as CEO, president, and general manager. That's what I think.
Of WWE, or like of you mean of the XFL?
Well, no, I mean like for WWE, because he started all that way back before even I was born. He should stay on as WWE and leave the other company to some other guy to take over. I mean, he's the main one. He's the main one that we get to watch wrestling on Tuesdays and Mondays. I mean,
that's what he's doing. He's going to do that. He's going to stay at WWE. He isn't going to leave WWE for this. He said that at the press conference. Thank you for the call, man. Oh God.
So I got fired from WWE, so you will see the certified G-rape those XFL cheerleaders. How are you doing?
Oh, God. Enzo Amore with the $10 donation. By the way, we came out with our Enzo Amore video showing that girl is not the most honest person, by the way. It does not seem like that this happened, but we don't know. Thank you, Enzo, for the $10. And yeah, I don't know if they're going to have those cheerleaders. The world is so different now. Wouldn't it be amazing if they still had the cheerleaders who were half-dressed? But I don't think that we'll get that this time around. I don't think. But yeah, Vince McMahon, to the caller who called, yeah, Vince McMahon said he won't be leaving WWE to do this. So he won't be leaving. Triple H ain't taking over. Vince will still be back there commanding the WWE. He's going to hire people to be in place to deal with the XFL. So he won't be there, as we thought. Ivan Rodriguez, thank you for the subscription, man. Thanks for hitting that sub button. It's free to do down below. Don't miss out on my daily wrestling videos and some sports videos here on the Joe Cronin Show. We've been doing this for over 4 years here. So make sure you sub down below. Don't miss it. If you guys want my commentary and podcasts for other situations, other things outside of sports and WWE, then make sure you sub my other channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. That is the other channel, the Corrupted Podcast channel. So sub both of these. Also, shout out to everybody who's been supporting on Patreon. I just uploaded a large podcast over there. All those links are down below, by the way.
What's up, Joe? Hope this XFL doesn't fall flat on its face anyway. Vince, take a super kick to the face for this bad idea of yours.
Triple Gaming, thanks for the $5, Triple Gaming. He put all his money on the line. You're talking about, I think it was $100 million from Vince McMahon that he pulled out of his own stocks. You know, so he grabbed all his own money, put that on the line here, and that's what's going on, man. He put his all. If it don't work, he threw $100 million away. I don't know what type of return investments he could have or could be having from this. So I don't know. I'll just put Vince down here. Thank you for the subscription, man. Thanks for subscribing. He stood on this kind of amazing virtual set a minute ago. It's quite amazing. Braden Davos, thank you very much. Or is it Braden Davos? Thank you for the subscription, man. If I butchered your name, it's because I'm a moron. 339-226-6610. If you're outside the U.S., you can Skype me, Danny Deadly. It's a weird Skype name, but it's DANNYDEADLY. If you guys want to Skype, 415 is on the phone. What's up, 415?
Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You good?
Hey, it's Pavey. What's up?
Oh, what's up, Pavey? It's good to hear from you.
Hey, yeah, thank you. Didn't Vince McMahon try competing against the Bodybuilding Federation a while back and failed?
Yeah, I think that was. I don't remember exactly when it was. Like, it might have been 1990. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know if I don't think that did well either. But I don't really remember the situation. I think I remember finding out about it in maybe the late 90s, and I had no idea about it before that. He's always trying something. I think the XFL was probably more realistic.
Oh, okay, cool. And you think it's going to succeed?
I think it might. I think initially at the beginning of the NFL season, when these rumors got started, people were really excited that it was definitely going to succeed, and I think that a lot of that came from how angry half or more than half of the fans were about the kneeling and all the politics. And it wasn't that I think a lot of people. I didn't get that mad, but I think a lot of people that are mad, you know, some of it was just about taking away from the football game. Like, they go to football to get away from all that stuff, and now it's there too. And I think that just pissed people off. Noel, thanks for the sub. But so I think a lot of people got hyped, like, yeah, the XFL, I'm sick of the NFL's penalties and the rules, and I'm sick of these players, they're spoiled, you know. So I think that, like, there was a lot of hype then, and now people are backing off a little more because that's worn over, and it's not, people aren't as mad anymore. But I still think it's going to do well, and part of the reason is because of fantasy. I think that there's so many more reasons why it would do better now, and I think one of the biggest reasons is fantasy football. You're going to have so many fantasy people playing. I don't know how many people play fantasy football. I don't know what the number is, but if there's 2 million or more active fantasy football players, if that's a fact or if that's a stat, if anybody can find the stat, I don't know what it is. I'm willing to bet it's like 2 to 5 million people are playing weekly fantasy sports. You know they're going to be watching, you know, and I would think that it would be successful because of that. James Simpson, thank you. And I think before it was confusing and infusing all the WWE wrestlers, and they kind of did it on their own. I think this is something where Vince is going to put professional people in place of certain things. They had a lot go wrong before. I don't know. Like, I feel like it would do better, but there's not a whole lot to beat. How long did the old XFL last? 2 years? Like, I don't.
Yeah, not a long time.
So it's like, can you really do any worse? I mean, I guess the only thing you could do worse is have one season and then it ended. But I don't know. I feel like something's different now. I feel like they could. I never saw this coming, though. I never ever saw this coming. I never thought that there would be another XFL. I would laugh. I would probably have bet my house if someone had said, I don't have a house, but I would bet if I had a house,
ShiBUM.
I would bet the house. Pavey,
I hope
thanks,
Atlanta
man.
doesn't get an XFL team. We have enough disappointment.
Hang on one second, Pavey.
Hopefully, the cheating NFL refs will stay away from the XFL. The Madden curse never forgets. Get ready, Tom Brady. Love my Atlanta Falcons. I've got 2 words for the Patriots.
Hey, WWE Violin 33, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. WWE violin. Thank you very much. You are, dude. I got a violin for you, bro. I'm sorry about your football team. Let me play the violin for you. Oh, it's great. Football fans are hilarious. Every single year, I'm telling you, every single year, the Patriots could win every year. People would still say, "Oh, I don't." Yeah, I know what it's now. I know what the Yankees feel like. You know what I mean? I never thought I would know. But Pavey, anything else you want to say?
Nothing. Thank you very much for taking my call. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you doing the shows. Love them. And thank you very much.
All right, Pavey. Thank you, man. Thank you for all the help.
Hey.
Pavey always dropping lots of bits and always being a really good guy and supporting the show. So thank you to Pavey. Pretty much like a sponsor of the show at this point, dropping like 50, 100 bits, which is a couple bucks each time. It all adds up. So I thank you, Pavey. Oh, man. But it's going to be something, man. I don't know. But so it sounds like, Vince is going to take a lot of input over the next couple of years. And, I don't know how they're going to absorb the feedback they want to get from the fans or the football fans. I don't know if they're going to be sending out surveys, if they're just listening on Twitter. I wish one of the stupid reporters would have asked that question, because Vince kept saying how we're listening to you and we want to hear from you. Like they kept making that clear that that's how they wanted to hear. But no reporter ever said, well, Vince, you say you're listening and you want to get all this information, but where are you going to be absorbing this information from football fans? Where are you going to get this info? And how can people give their info? And that was not asked. It would have been nice to have heard that. I suppose, random posts on social media. I mean, I don't know. And we don't know yet, so I don't know, man. It's funny when I got all the angry threats about the Patriots when against the Titans. They beat the Titans. I got all the angry tweets and texts when they played the Jaguars, and they beat the Jaguars. And now we're going to the Super Bowl. I got all the angry threats and texts and angry text messages and ha from the Falcons fans at the halftime of Super Bowl last year. Just mean. You got owned, bitch. And stuff like that. And then by the end of the night, surely those Falcons fans were tweeting that it was somehow rigged or something. People that cry like that will fail at life. You will fail at life if you cry everywhere all the time. If the NFL was rigged, they wouldn't suspend Tom Brady 4 games years ago for the deflate stuff. There wouldn't even be a deflate investigation. Yeah, the NFL is rigged. It's against the Patriots. If anything, if you want to make that argument, because Aaron Rodgers purposely inflated the ball and also admitted to it on national TV. Was there an investigation? No, there was not. Tom Brady didn't get suspended because they deflated the ball. Tom Brady got suspended because he wouldn't admit to deflating the ball. And in 2001, it was the tuck rule, which the NFL created before, which everybody thought was stupid. And then it came back to bite the NFL in the ass. They kicked a 40-yard field goal to win the game in the first Super Bowl. They kicked a field goal to win the game, and the Carolina Panthers, the Seahawks threw the game away at the end of the Super Bowl a few years ago. The Patriots lost in the last minutes of the games against the Giants. Anybody that thinks it's rigged is an idiot. Like these plays are coming down to like hairline fracture plays, like where the ball is tossed. And remember when the Giants player caught the ball with the back of his head? Like, I mean, that was insane. How was that rigged? Brother. Hey, thanks, Pavey. Thanks for the 50 bits, Pavey. Yeah, how was that rigged? It's not rigged. You're a crybaby. You can't deal with you don't watch football. Do not watch football. Can sports be rigged, or can things happen? Yeah, they can. But you're telling me that the last 17 years of the Patriots has been rigged? Why did they have Spygate happen? Why did they get fined? Why did Brady get suspended 4 games by Roger Goodell, who hates the Patriots, apparently? It's all dumb. Everybody thinks everything's against them. Don't watch football. Do not watch it. Definitely don't watch basketball, because basketball was rigged at a time. The NFL refs were paid off. We know that. The other day, the NFL ref went and congratulated the Jaguars, then congratulated the Patriots. But all you saw was that video of him patting the referee. By the way, that poster came out for the Vikings. The poster came out with the Vikings and the Patriots on the poster. And everybody said, oh, my God, the NFL... And the NFL posted this before any games were played. So everybody said, oh, it's rigged, see? Look, they leaked it out. Oh, my God. But it's like, no, they made several different banners in case. And the dum-dum posted the thing at the wrong time. Because now the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, which is not what that banner showed. But all the people were saying how it was, oh, if they go to the Super Bowl, it means it's rigged. They posted that. Well, it didn't happen. You're crazy. Don't watch football. Go watch Ancient Aliens or something. I'm down with the conspiracies just like everybody else. I'm so up for conspiracies. I'm sure there's some out there. But let's not go crazy. Let's try not to go crazy. When the Giants won the Super Bowl, as a Patriots fan, at the end I was like disappointed and it was crazy. Like our perfect season got fudged. And the Giants won again against us. So it's like, I didn't go crying that, oh God, it's just a football game. It was like, all right, well, God damn, they got our number. That's cool. But for some reason, most of the football fans out there, man, I hope they don't cry as much when the XFL starts, But I'm sure it would be to the XFL's benefit if people keep saying the NFL's rigged and they hate the NFL and all these things. There's a lot of negativity in the NFL. And quite frankly, I think that if the Patriots were to win the next 2 or 3, which this won't happen, but let's just pretend the Patriots won the next 2 or 3 Super Bowls, the XFL would love that. Because you'd have NFL fans just so sick of the Patriots by that point that more people would turn to the XFL because of that. So the XFL would probably root for the Patriots to keep winning, to win like 3 years in a row, and the NFL fans to be pissed and start watching XFL. And the NFL would probably root the Patriots not win to get some fresh blood in there. Or not go to the Super Bowl at all. They've only been to 10 Super Bowls in my lifetime. It's not like they're there every year. I'm 33 years old. They've been to 10. And they lost half of those. But it's funny. NFL football fans are weird. That's why I tend to watch more of hockey than anything else. Hockey fans don't get as bitchy like this. NFL fans are just weird. But we'll see what the XFL brings us. Once again, Vince McMahon saying that he will not be the one running it. They are running it. Vince will stay over in the WWE camp and run things, sort of run things. I guess he will own things. He will own the XFL, but already have put people in place. But he will be still focused mostly on the WWE. And they don't have a network yet. They have interest, not ruling out the WWE Network for games, which I think is weird because if he said that they were definitely going to separate it and there'd be no commentary from the WWE people, there'd be no WWE superstars going over there, there's not going to be a weird crossover thing that they did before. That's not going to happen. But
ShiBUM!
He didn't rule out it being on the network.
Vince said season would start end of Jan or early Feb.
Yes.
Don't you think it would do better midsummer when nothing but baseball is on?
Golds, thank you very much for the $5. Golds. Yes, I think you're kind of right, although I think I agree. I honestly agree. I honestly thought that it would be better, it would benefit from being on in the summertime when people are really craving something to watch. However, I suppose the theory, Golds, thanks for the $5. I suppose the theory of why they're doing it in January or February is because by then, most of the NFL teams have been eliminated, and there's playoff football. So anybody whose team was eliminated, they can get excited to turn on, well, that's over. I'll watch some XFL. And then by the time, and what is the Super Bowl next week? So by the time the first week of February, the second week of February happens, there are no more football teams in the NFL. Don't let him color on your stuff. That'd be weird. And it's almost like right as plus everybody's getting into the Super Bowl too, like in the second week of February, the first week of February. Everybody's like Super Bowl fever, and then a team wins and it's over. And maybe you're like, oh man, I could go for some more football. It's too bad it's over now. It's crazy that it's over. Oh well, I'm gonna watch the XFL. So I suppose they're sort of riding the momentum of the season of the NFL. I want to say. They're riding the momentum into their season, I guess. Whereas if it was in summertime, maybe everybody's like, okay, Super Bowl's over, I forget about it. And now it's summer and we're out, college kids are out partying and everybody's out doing their summer things. And maybe they don't get into finding the XFL in the summer. So I assume that is the theory behind it. And it's very initial. It sounds like everything is still on the table. Vince is giving his idea, his outline of what's going to happen. But they still want to absorb a bunch of information and feedback from the people. And they still haven't even found a network yet to host this and exactly where it's going to go yet. Ben Adams, thank you for the subscription. Thanks for subscribing down below. It's free to click the sub button on YouTube and get my daily wrestling videos and some of my other sports stuff. Now, I did put up a 20-minute podcast on Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. If you guys want to support my channel here, obviously YouTube is censoring me. They've striked our other channel so that we can't go live on Corrupted, which I was launching a new show there, but not anymore because it's going to be a couple months. Joshua, thanks for the sub, Joshua. Appreciate that. And there's no other information, so I don't see the rest of the info on. They haven't posted it yet, but I'm probably going to make another video later on today kind of going through and breaking down some more of this stuff as well. How are the players selected? They didn't say that yet. Vince said, Tim Tebow wants to play. He can play, and all these people can play. I don't know how they're going to have people make teams. They're going to have training sessions. Don't know that yet. That hasn't been said. Father and Son Talk Show, thanks for the sub. I don't know. And he did not say if they could put their names on the back of jerseys as well. He said that he smiled at that, though. So that gives me the idea that they're probably open to that again happening. And it's going to be up to the people, basically. So the coin flip thing, I think, will go through because that's what everybody wants. Joe Munchies 93, thanks for subscribing. And so because people want it, Vince said if the people want it, the people are going to get it. So there you go. Hey, we're having a subscription party now. Now we got 4 in a row. Gelmore 1674, what's up?
How you doing, man? Thanks for subbing to my channel. My channel like your mama. It's open all night.
I'm sorry, that was very immature. Storm McCrowkatana 1. Jeez, that name you just rewired my brain with that name, bro. Thanks for subbing to the channel. I'll sit here all day. Ed Sturmer, what's up? You love me but love Lee a little more? All right, I'll tell her that. Football players don't just... good luck finding enough players that don't have a criminal record, basically, is what Jacob DeMarco Cronin says. Ajo says, I feel like Vince doesn't really give a crap about wrestling and is just doing it. Yeah, but, I mean, maybe. But Vince isn't leaving the WWE. That's the thing, is he's still... like fully on board with the WWE, he says. He's not going to be leaving. He did make a kind of a joke at one point. They said, what are you going to be doing with this and that? And Vince said, this will probably be the last thing you'll see me do ever. Basically, like, this is probably the last thing I'll ever do or be ever, indicating, he's getting old. At some point he's going to die here, and this will probably be his last big venture, I guess, outside of WWE, or his last big move is definitely what I would call this. Yayo paid. Thanks for the sub. Very interesting. Phone lines are open again. 339-226-6610. If you guys want to talk about the XFL, Vince McMahon, what did he say? What do you know? What do you think from what you heard? What do you want to see? I got a couple minutes left. I got to get out of here in a minute, but I got a couple minutes left, a couple seconds for maybe 1 or 2 phone calls if you want to get in. Make it happen now. Also want to remind you I'll be live later tonight. Sports with Attitude. Thanks for the sub. Also want to remind you guys that our big Monetize This show will be on tomorrow night. Obviously, mature audiences only. It's going to be nuts. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the Joe Cronin Show. Monetize This. I think it's episode 146. It's been on the air 4 years here. And definitely mature audiences only. Don't bring the kids to that show. But it'll be crazy tomorrow night. Probably plan on going our 4 to 6 hours as always. I would assume. I suppose.
Despise me.
Jim Cornette won't be there.
$5 coming from Ken. Hey, I want to let you know that you're... What did he say? That I'm gay? He called me gay?
That's got to be my favorite sound clip that we have. But yeah, XFL, man, it's people are my Twitter's blowing up. I'm looking at my Twitter now just to see what else is up. Benjels Jordan, thank you very much for the sub. 607, you're live. What's up, 607?
What's up, Joe Cronin? Yo, I just got done watching Vince McMahon say all that stuff. And I just want to say, don't you find it ironic that he was like, it's a laborious task to watch a 3-hour football game? Like, we're sitting here, like, telling him how we need to cut down Raw to 2 hours or, you know, and then he's saying that about NFL. I just find that ironic.
Oh, my God, dude. Ruizy Ortiz, thanks for the sub. Oh, my God, dude. I didn't even think of that. You nailed it. Holy crap. That's right. He was like, who wants to sit there and watch something for 3 hours, like, or that it was laborious, yeah, to watch a 3-hour football game. And there's Monday Night Raw at 3 hours. 607, dude. I did not hang up on you. I don't know why I lost your call. You might have hung up. If you did, cool. But, oh, my God, that is hilarious. I am going to so clip that sound clip and do something with it because that's a riot. I did hear him say that, but I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together. That one went over my head. That is so freaking funny. Oh, my God. One more call. Unknown caller, what's up? Yep, that's about how I thought this was going to end when you take a phone call from unknown callers. But yes, XFL will be back in 2020. They're going to be getting lots of fan feedback in the time being up until then. So what do you guys think? More on this later. More streaming tonight. Support our show on Patreon. Due to the fact that YouTube has demonetized most of the videos that we make here, it is important to support us on Patreon. The link for our Patreon is in the description box down below towards the top. Plus, you get tons of bonus content over there that you don't get here on YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for supporting us on Patreon. You guys are the reasons that we keep making these videos. Guys, thanks again, and we'll see you later. I got stuff up on Patreon right now if you guys want to check it out. A couple podcasts up over on the Corrupted YouTube channel as well. We talked about weed. Should weed be legal? There's a guy that got hit in the head by a train because he stuck his head out there. Plus, I talk about nuclear fallout and electric cars in the future and space and all kinds of crap on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. But you can hear the first part of it for free on youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. This is the Joe Cronin Show. See you tonight. See you tomorrow. And we'll be live after the Royal Rumble this Sunday night. Call in what you think about the Royal Rumble. Plus, we'll be live on Saturday for Corrupted.